guys, this roll is pretty fun. This is another mic. You guys are probably thinking, how did you get so many mics to go? I don't know. We just opened and they all showed up. This is Carnivore Mike. Mike has been with us for a while. Very studious. He's actively always commenting on the YouTube videos. So, Mike, I know you're watching this for sure. Carnivore Mike, call him Carnivore because he adapted the carnivore diet a few years ago, and he looks great, does great. So in this video, my goal is to kind of allow positions to unfold here. So I'm not specifically going for anything. I kind of want to see where the roll goes. And because he's very elusive and good, and he's kind of quick, he's a smaller guy, I kind of wanted to slow him down because he's so quick. And so in this roll, you're going to see us do a lot of scrambles. He's going to give me opportunities to sweep him. We go over we don't really go over, but I'm able to perform and execute a tomenage sweep. I'm able to transition where he escapes into different positions, and he kind of escapes from, let's say, I can't remember the exact position, a triangle armbar. I'm able to transition to an omoplata, and then an omoplata to a omoplata sweep control, all the way back to an armbar, back to a triangle. So I'm able to execute some positions I've been working on, like reverse triangle, like the armbar sequence, like the Kimura trap. I have a lot of fun actually with this roll. So I hope you guys enjoy this breakdown. And if you are increasing your learning, which I hope you are, just let me know, leave it in the comment section, and let's get ready for a fun one. And we're off with Carnivore Mike. Like I said, he's very quick and agile. Scrambly, moves more than the typical person I grapple. Pulls guard, I immediately force the knee cut position, and I start fighting for the underhook. I pressure forward. Some mistakes here he makes. Notice how he doesn't use his hands to hand fight or frame. Rather, he's underhooking and grabbing my belt, which could work if I had not had the underhook. But because I have my base and my underhook and my right post, this isn't a good position for him, so I take advantage of that, and I start knee cutting. I use my right hand as a crossface. See, it's not there yet. It's going to come right here, so I don't have to grab his collar. He's trying to put me into his half guard, and then I'm able to pass because he was focusing on sucking the ankle in. So I go for like a bread cutter modification. I go for the arm trap. He scrambles up, and right here, he's about to recover guard. So as he rolls over his shoulder, I roll over mine, and I'm able to isolate one side of his hip, trap, and control his hip and his elbow with my right hand so he can't spin into me. So now I have the back. So I'm focusing on connecting my chest to his back. I have both hooks. What I'm going to do is connect my seatbelt grip, and notice I'm grabbing his hand so he's not able to come out. I'm also going to trap that arm. So I go for a body triangle first. Look, I trap his wrist, and then my leg replaces my hand. He tries to escape. I bring the back of his collar towards my chest because there's too much space here. And I'm able to pivot around, pull his elbow, and I pivot around to cross my legs. And so now I have a very tight pinch on the arm and shoulder. He's very scrambly, like I said. So to prevent him from going away, I Kimura trap. I have either the arm bar, but because he's doing a good job defending and he's not giving me the arm, I'm going to pivot, push off his hip with my right foot, repivot the other way, and then fully trap the arm so I can go reverse triangle. This is one of my favorite positions and submissions. And I have different options here. I can finish the arm lock. I can go for an armbar. I can go for a Kimura or Americana. Wrist lock as well. Or stay and focus on the choke. That's pretty much what I end up doing. Forcing the choke, pinching my knees tight, waiting patiently. He can't really escape from here. It's very tough. And after a few squeezes, he's able to pretty much tap. So I pull on the shoulder. And I end up submitting him right here as soon as I close it in tighter. It's very hard to escape that position. So we go again. This time, he actually lands a really good double. He almost takes me down. But because I'm using my center of gravity to push him back, look at how I'm pushing back into him, pushing his head. He hasn't officially scored points because my knees aren't touching the ground. Neither is my feet. Sorry, my knees or my back or my butt. So I'm all fours. He does a good job. He actually does a great job here. He pulls me in. What he should have done was probably push forward. Because he pulls me in, I'm able to turn it into a top half guard position to pass. So I put all my weight back. I come back and pummel on top. He's doing a bad job with that hand on my shoulder. So I'm able to underhook and go back on this side. What he should have done was really focus on finishing the sweep, if not taking my back instead of pulling. So I capitalize and take advantage of this scramble, and I'm able to keep him flat. I get a crossface, I bring my knee to the mat, and I start working my way up. I control his wrist. I trap his shoulder, you see, with that same leg, and it allows me to pass. And on my other left leg, I have his shoulder completely isolated. So I have different options here. I have a basic canto choke from top position. I have an omoplata, a monoplata, a wrist lock, Americana, a triangle, multiple. I go for the canto choke, but remember, guys, I've been struggling with my right hand. I still can't fully squeeze. So some of my students don't know this, and it's fine. I don't really tell them, to be honest. So I go for the canto choke and immediately release because it's not there. I don't want to crank. I want to get a full choke. So now I pull him in back to a reverse triangle. So I have the same reverse triangle as I had before, but on the other side. He manages to squeeze out. I'm going to go omoplata. He's going to stack and scramble. I open up to go to triangle. I come back to omoplata. I'm underhooking the leg to go K-guard. He hops over, so I keep going with momentum to sweep. As I sweep, I pin the shoulder. I turn back into him, so I use a omoplata into a sweep, and now I'm back on top to a knee on belly. I'm going to force this position, go back to an arm bar. He's going to do a good job in scramble. So I'm going to go from an arm bar back to a knee pinch. I'm going to use that to a Kimura. And then I'm going to use this to go over my shoulder, isolate his shoulder, pull his arm in, and use that to sweep once more. So I use it to sweep. I come up on top. And now I have the armbar sequence here again. So now I'm going to fall to my left. It attacks the shoulder. Look at how I thread the needle. Thread the needle back into a reverse triangle. And actually he comes up, so it turns into a regular triangle armbar. So I was able to get those positions that I wanted. He's doing a great job, making some minor mistakes that are costing him. I pull guard straight into a tominagi. He leans forward too much, which allows his weight to come off. He should have stayed back. And now I'm able to go into a technical mount, isolate the arm, and go back into an arm lock. So, again, he's staying very static. Look at here how I use my right leg again to thread the needle back into a triangle. He knows now that he shouldn't come up because he came up before and fell right into a triangle. So now I'm going to use it again to isolate and finish that shoulder. So I'm going to come back. We finish the round. I cross my legs, triangle, and I get the arm bar. I pull a little bit more as he's fighting. He's got good strength. So I'm going to attack the wrist rather than the arm and finish by pinching my knees. So very good job by Mike. Mike made some minor mistakes. I wish I would like to see him do more framing with his arms, more hand fighting. Instead of coming up in those scrambles, I would like him to see him be more patient and kind of roll over his shoulder instead of coming up. He was able to give me a lot of the shoulder trap, the arm trap, the omoplata position. But if he learns to frame more with his hands on the shoulders and is a little bit more patient, he'll be able to recompose the guard a little bit better. So was able to take advantage of some of his mistakes, but nonetheless, he does a good job, and he's a good color belt, very quick and faster than the other guys. So I had to really focus on control. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like always, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And if you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section. I hope you guys are enjoying this content. And until next time, keep training, and I'll see you guys soon.